Hello, hello. Let's check the volume if this will load. Volume? Yeah, okay. That is good. Okay, posting the link on socials. Just a simple little message. Okay. I shall be playing some more Minecraft today. Shocking, I know. I have not started my new job yet. That's gonna be next week. So thankfully I've still got another week of freedom. Loading up Minecraft. Let's see, using the correct resource packs. Yep, looks like it. I think these will look a little bit different from last time. Maybe I'm not sure if I'd already adjusted those. Not in the correct world. Okay. Yeah, so the fences and things now show up properly in the inventory. I realized the problem wasn't with the main resource pack, it was with shelved, which makes all these a little bit smaller. And so my solution there was just to have an additional version of the resource pack. So shelved and shelved plus. Because unfortunately, like, kind of the way that I have to or there's different ways I could go about it, but the way that I am changing the position of it, or like how it's displayed, is also, it's in the model file itself, And so, yeah, that makes it a bit complicated for having these like unique models. Can't really see it well here, but it's vertical. Anyways, kitty cats. Plan for today is to move into this house here. I think I'll try to do some like furnishing inside. I had an idea for like a balcony I could maybe do out here, but I'm not positive about that. But I realized I've made a little bit of a mistake. So I've been enjoying this world, enjoying playing the game, of course. And I wouldn't say it's a bad world. You know, I do feel lucky that there was a cherry grove so close by. But I decided to try loading up, or I guess I should start with when I created this world, which I believe I did on stream, I used the world seed rows, all lowercase, or rather generated the world seed using that word. And you know, I wanted to see how that might affect my generally pretty good luck with world seeds and just see like what I would get with that. And I don't regret that. However, for one thing, it wasn't the first time I had generated the world with that word, I guess I'll say. But it was a little different the first time. And I kind of forgot that I had done that, but what I decided to try is I wanted to see what the world seed rows with a capital R would look like. And I immediately recognized it as the first time that I created what was gonna be my survival world, and then for various reasons kind of didn't do that. And I wanted to create it on stream and then have like something fresh and whatever. But yeah, so I didn't go with that world seed, but I loaded it up, immediately recognized it as like I'd already created a world with that seed, and I looked around a bit, and I immediately like it a lot more. And you know, I've put a good chunk of time into this world so far. I don't exactly want to just abandon it, but I also like, I want to have a cool world seed. Uh, I want to have a cool world seed to, you know, have fun with building stuff and exploring it and all that. And especially with that being like the first world that I had created, like I was originally going to go with that and then I kind of went back on it. I do think I eventually want to start over with that other seed. But that doesn't mean I'm just gonna abandon all this right away. I wanna stick with this world a bit longer. See more of what it has to offer. Try to have at least some amount of like a more completed project with this mountain. You know, finish the house I'm working on. Maybe do some more builds in the area, and just kind of use it as like experimentation. You know, just kind of see what I can get out of it. And I think whenever I can find like a decent excuse to start over, then I will. You know, if there's like, well, for one thing, I've had some amount of viewership. I've had a few people in chat, which I very much appreciate. But ultimately, like, if I am able to get some more consistent viewership, then people will be a bit out of the loop of like what I've been doing. I guess like they won't be along for the journey as much. And so yeah, I think that's one aspect, that like starting over when there are more people actually watching would be nice. More consistent viewership and chatters and stuff. And then also, you know, if there's starting over a world is a very powerful thing. You know, like it lets you kind of start fresh, and of course if there's anything, any like new features that have been implemented, generation stuff or whatever, you can get that in the nearby chunks, whereas with existing worlds, you know, what's loaded in is just there, and it's never going to change. So if I'm able to if there does happen to be some kind of update sometime soon, uh, that has some big changes of that sort, then that would be a great opportunity to start over with a fresh world. And who knows? I might try to find some kind of excuse to tie in with this one. Like some kind of way to tie them in together. I don't know. But yeah, at least for now, not really planning to just immediately abandon ship. But it is future plans. Okay, let us see here. So I'm gonna set up a basement area for the storage. Well, I'm gonna need another shovel. Did I? Oh, I see. I was so confused why I was missing a torch. Okay. I wonder if I should move the enchanting table setup. Probably, since this isn't where my base is gonna stay. It would be better to have it closer by. Efficiency 4. Let's enchant this pickaxe. Of course, that's all it gets. Hmm. But yeah, biggest. I think the biggest downsides of switching to the other world will be, well, of course I'll lose all the stuff that I've built. That's not ideal. But it can also give me an excuse to start over, or obviously it can give me an excuse to like try again and try to do better. So that's not the worst thing. Materials stings a little, but that's also fine. But an aspect I really don't love is I did fly around a decent bit in just like kind of the spawn area, and so there's things that I might not necessarily have found out about for a while, but I will know about right away. And I might just try to kind of like forget about those things. Oh, I need to be. I should probably be kind of careful about using this pickaxe. Wait, how deep do I want this? So roof will go here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I would say this could go another block down after this. Oh, I did place a torch. Okay. But yeah, so I don't love that aspect of like knowing things from flying around in creative. But I think that's not too bad. Yeah, I can just try to not think too much about it. Might even kind of forget about it by the time I do switch, whenever that happens. Hmm. But yeah, I think ultimately it'll be worth it. Oh, I'm so sorry, Horsey. I don't know why my brain gets confused like that sometimes. I think I think the most awkward part about it is just like right now when I haven't switched and I'm now looking at this world like I'm probably not gonna stick with it. That's that's a bit awkward. And I could imagine for anyone who is potentially watching at this time, um, that would be that would make it feel a bit disinteresting. But that's okay. I, I I'm trying to think what I'm what I'm looking for here. I I forgot. I need a shovel. Honestly, I should probably make two. I've been doing a whole bunch of resource pack stuff. Oh, that works. That's lovely. It doesn't quite get me all the way up though. But yeah, a whole bunch of resource pack stuff. Tedious, repetitive stuff, but it's very good to be making progress on it. Yeah. I fixed my 3D brewing stands. They were just like entirely broken. Turns out it was the issue was that I was pulling the the glass bottle models from the items folder. I was just reusing the same model, or not the model actually, the texture. I was reusing the texture, from the items folder, and in the upcoming drop they've changed that so items and blocks can only use, like they need to be pulling from only one folder. They can't pull from multiple. I don't know if it's important for blocks to be pulling from the block folder necessarily. They might still be able to use stuff from item folders. It's just like it could only be from an item folder, if I understand correctly. I'm not positive on that part, but yeah, in any case. Oh, that's fun. I'm happy to have that resolved. Because I was worried that I might have to just like temporarily scrap that model altogether. But no, pretty simple fix that doesn't affect previous versions at all. Since I haven't actually explained it, did the thing again where I'm just kind of doing I'm digging out another layer for the floor. Might have been clear enough from watching, but yeah. And for the floor, I'm going with tough. Because it's just like, it's just the best. It's so good. I do not think I have enough of it though. if I want to fill in all these walls. And speaking of the walls, yeah, okay, so I could extend this out slightly further. Oh, right, so okay. I moved all of this back, or wait, that. Yeah. Yeah, I could make this... I could make this a slightly larger area. I'm not sure if I necessarily want to. But I could. But like this especially, I can use all of this area. And I do think I should do that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it. Storage. You can never have enough. You can never have too much. I think a bigger basement area would not be a bad idea. It does make this one singular wall slightly awkward. Although this is not actually how... This isn't gonna stay. I'm gonna have a staircase going down. So yeah, removing that wall is fine. And I'll just leave this pillar here for now for the ladder. You know, I want to move all my stuff over here, and I would prefer to do that in such a way that I don't have to move everything again. I think that would be preferable. Ooh. Oh. Well, I guess it's good I never filled all of that in. Yeah, so just digging out all this area. And this Yeah, I hadn't even really considered this before, but this will be really nice. It only goes out to here, because yeah, that's grass. So anywhere, so this would be the wall that I'm digging out now. Anywhere that there's grass, I don't want to dig there because, well, that would show up on the outside. I didn't really intend to focus in on the wall like that. I just kind of ended up doing that. I might just fill it in with stone for the time being, because I definitely don't have enough tuff for all of this. But yeah, so I want to move all my stuff over, and I don't want to have to move it again if possible. So, you know, it doesn't have to look pretty, but I just want to get this basement in place so I can set up all of the chests and things. I should have gotten another shovel. I didn't expect to be doing this much building. Or building. This much digging. Kitty? Oh, it's dark out. Maybe the reason I sometimes punch the horse on accident is because you punch the lead to break that. And so yeah, I just get a little mixed up with how I'm meant to interact with the horse in this specific instance and end up punching. I'm just going to be a little bit disappointed in myself if I end up needing another shovel. I really feel like I don't need another one, which is why I didn't craft another one. But if that ends up being wrong, then I'll feel so silly. So I'm caught up on Stranger Things now. Of course, I don't intend to talk about it. No spoilers or anything. But I'm quite enjoying it. I think it is a very good show. Okay. Maybe I should dig out all of this wall area. Yeah, this is where I could end up needing another shovel. I will say, it's probably not like a secret or anything. It was in fact just the first part of season 5. I don't know if it's half or... Yeah, I need another shovel. Ah! I don't know if it's half of the season. I mean, 4 episodes, you know, usually they have... I think they've always been 8 or 9 episodes long. So half seems likely, but in theory they could be planning 12. They could be doing 12. That'd be neat. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't just do this from the start. I can just, like, take all of this. Pack some of it up in bundles. You know, I'm moving all this stuff over anyways. Like, there's really no harm at all in moving over the valuables immediately. But yeah, don't know how many parts, how many batches there's gonna be. I am expecting just one more batch of 4 episodes. That's gonna be at the end of the month, which I'm very pleased that it isn't like it's not a super long wait or anything. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the rest of it. I think it has been quite good so far. Yeah, now that I think I can very confidently say I won't need another shovel, I finally brought over the supplies to make more. Oh, silly, silly Rose. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't mine up the stone. Here, let's fill in the corners with stone. Because those aren't going to be visible. I'm gonna fill the floor in on this whole side with stone. Because, again, I absolutely do not have the tuff for it. And so I think if I can fit the tuff in elsewhere, then that would be a better use. Like, let's do this whole wall. This can give me more of an idea of like how this will look. If I want to use tuff for the walls, I don't know that I necessarily do. Or, you know, I might just want to use like a different version of tuff. Bricks could look quite nice, I'm sure. It also might be a good idea to hold on to some. Okay. I believe this is all safely lit up. I made some neat little changes to, or additions rather, to the structured pack. The blocks side of things for the packs. Before I get to that, here's the basement space we're working with. I dare say this is quite good. I think I need lights on the floor. I actually don't. Wow. It doesn't look like the light level goes below 4. Okay. It's definitely dark in places, but that's fine. Yeah, this is the basement space we're working with. So now I just need to get chests. Oak wood that I have, because I don't care a ton about that. Ceiling, by the way, is gonna go here, where, like, yeah, just this level where these outlines are. That is the highest it can go. Not that I'd necessarily want to go higher. 4 blocks is is good. Good amount of space. Yeah, so this is going to be storage, but also other like workstations. Probably a lot of workstations down here. So I'm not sure where I would want everything going. But I think this area is kind of screaming storage. Because you can fit, yeah, four double chests. Well, that's ceiling size. But yeah, 4 double chests per column, and then all along here. Like that's a good amount of storage. I often struggle with making an adequately sized storage area. That's a good amount of storage. If I wanted to do something with copper golems, this might be a bit trickier. See, I don't know exactly what kinds of things you can get away with copper golems. I know they're pretty limited on their search area, but then they are kind of designed so that they'll like randomly search a much larger area, potentially infinite, over enough time. And then their reach isn't great, but I'm thinking in theory I might be able to do like, I have like a row of trapdoors at the top of this block going all the way across that they can walk on, and then have I guess probably at both ends, maybe in the middle, a way for them to walk up that. And then if that, assuming that doesn't like obstruct this chest or anything, they might be able to sort like all of that. They might be able to get to all of that space over enough time. Alternatively, I could keep some, I could move this like a block or two forward and keep some copper golems just kind of trapped in the background here. And then I would have each column be a specific set of items that they're only sorting into the top chest, and then have hoppers going down. But then I would have to design the chests around having hoppers, which isn't a big deal. Oh yeah, it would be 2 forward, so there's like a copper golems here, a set of hoppers here. Or honestly, yeah, think the hoppers would have to go here on this row. Well, that would almost certainly work. However, I want to try it, I think I want to try having just trapdoors go all the way across this way and just see how that goes. Only thing is I would need to make sure that there's no empty chests anywhere, because then the copper golems will just start filling those with random stuff. But that's okay. I got plenty of dirt. You know, I can just use like a single piece of dirt or something for that. And again, at this point, this world is basically for experimentation. So let's experiment. Anyways, should probably try to get like a proper idea of how I want things. Yeah, I think, I mean, yeah. Yeah, for now I'm not gonna worry too much about exactly where stuff goes. I'll just get everything put into these chests, and you know, once everything is in that space, if I want to readjust it all, then that's not a huge deal. Thank you, bees, for the honeycomb. I need oh so much of it. Okay. Yeah, let's grab all of this stuff. Oh. Why am I holding onto these bows? That bow, sure. I'm breaking 3. Yeah, I guess. These other ones, no. No, I'm afraid I don't need those. Ideally, I think I should try to stay like relatively organized. You know, I don't want to do what I did last time I moved, where I just kind of completely disregarded organization while moving stuff and then had to reorganize it all. I'm sure I'll be doing plenty of reorganizing regardless, but I can at least make that process less painful. Let's grab all of these bundles. Feels like a good job for the donkey. It's getting dark. Yeah, grabbing all the unstackables feels like a decent idea. Yeah, one more unstackable for the road. Unfortunately, this is no etho donkey. Oh my goodness. Kitten cat? You problem child? Oh yeah, the donkey has all my stuff. Yeah, now time for the riveting gameplay of moving stuff from one chest to another. It's good to be doing this though. I don't want that in my inventory. Hello, pig. Oh. Okay. Let's put stone here like that. Wood here. Plants. Plants here. Oh, yeah, this can also be like general blocks and I guess redstone stuff. Oh. Yeah, you can put bundles inside of bundles. And so kind of miscellaneous and mob drops and stuff here. I think that's good. And then this is just equipment stuffs. That feels fair enough. I didn't think about dirt. That's a whole thing of its own. Right, okay, that's fine. Okay. I'm just gonna like dump all this out here for now. Put that chest there. You know, try not to lose the organization I've already done. But I want the dirt stuff on the bottom chest, because that just feels appropriate. Maybe because it's like convenience factor. Maybe just because it's more grounded feeling. But yeah. Honestly, I think ideally, like, this whole row or this whole column would be just dirt on its own. Honestly. I mean, you end up with so much dirt, it's ridiculous. That's looking good though. Donkey, what are you doing down there? More proper way up here would be nice. Oh. Some of these are starting to oxidize. I will say though, I mean, it hasn't been a ton of time, but so little oxidization progress is like somewhat impressive, I suppose. I mean, you know, like I definitely want oxidization to take a long time. And I've kind of gotten the impression that for people who play like a lot, it doesn't really accomplish the goal of making builds feel super aged in that way. But that, you know, that wasn't terrible in that regard. Oh, I'm sorry, donkey. I didn't mean to make you walk over fire like that. Okay. Let's start with the stone. Very much stone. Oh yeah. I'm using a donkey. I should actually use the donkey. I guess all of this can go with the wood temporarily. I don't have a ton of wood with me currently, so that should be fine, but not an ideal. Yeah, again, I'll get everything more sorted out over time. Kitty cat. Okay. Gonna check for an what? Where did you go? Were they down here? They were. That's hilarious. Okay. Oh yeah, the donkey has everything. Okay. That's fine. Gosh, yeah, this is not enough space for dirt. But yeah, no, it's fine. It'll it will be properly or what am I trying to say? There'll be some like proper space for everything later on. Now, you... I think cobblestone... Oh yeah, cobblestone going after stone makes sense. That feels sensible. Gravel goes in there. I don't have any normal deep slate. Similar thing, it would probably start with that. Yeah, trying to lay out things for like potential needed space really kind of goes to show how much space you ideally need for things. Anyways, it's looking good so far, I think. I miss having wind charges. They're like my go-to way of getting up places. They are consumable, but it's not too difficult to get a bunch of them, and they're just so satisfying. They're so satisfying. Oh. I'm sorry, Donk. But also, like, it doesn't help when you just, like, stop moving. Oh, right. I should still be on the donkey for this. I guess I can grab all of this stuff. Should also use the bundles where applicable. And this is officially some chests that I can take back with me. So that's lovely. Oh, I was a bit closer to hitting that cap than I would prefer. I mean, close is too close. Any amount of close is too close. Why? What am I thinking? Just because I can't grab everything of a category doesn't mean I shouldn't grab some of it. Yeah, let's bring over a bunch of this food stuffs. I could definitely be like slightly more efficient with the bundles, but I think it doesn't make too much of a difference. I hadn't really considered food. But I've got 2 more chests here, so I can use that. Put snow in there. Maybe wool in here. Maybe. And then the donkey had a whole ton of wool. Convenient that I have exactly the space of a donkey left in my inventory. How interesting that is. Okay. Those in there. Oh, wool in there. Ah! Sleepy. Goodness. The kitties are getting themselves lost. I keep doing that. Oh. And I keep doing that. I'm sorry, donkey. I don't mean it. All this mob stuff in the donkey inventory. Grab the rest of the food stuffs. Okay, and then that'll leave just one more trip for all of this. And again, we can take some of it now. I don't want to talk too much about the other world I intend to switch to. Oh, I should be careful with that, the axe. But I will say there might be some villagers nearby. So I'll be able to interact with those more, which I think is nice. I don't want to rely on them a ton. But you know, they're nice to have around and be able to trade with and whatnot. Where did all my flint go? Is that all of it? I feel like I had more around somewhere around here. I don't know. I guess yeah, this is the plant chest, so I can put all the leaves and saplings and whatnot in there. Yeah, I think if I had any other flint, it might just be gone. Potentially despawned somewhere. That's fine. Oh. Now how did that happen? Do I still have something in my inventory somewhere? I wonder. Food. Sweet berries can go there. Yeah, this looks fine for now. Oh yeah, more rotten flesh. Don't want to leave that there. Okay. Kitty, let's get you out of the basement. Where is that donkey? I didn't check there because I was like, the donkey never goes that way. And of course the donkey went that way. You know, I was a little worried about thunder. Okay. I better have room for all of this. I'd be shocked if I didn't. Yeah. Hello there, kitten cats. Okay, so there's more stuff in here. Oh, I do need the discs. Yeah, I do need to grab some of this. But that's fine for now. I should definitely set up a lightning rod in this area, as well as just like one or two. Where was that? One or two like throughout the mountain. Just, you know, try to keep the trees safe. Okay. Yeah, I'll put these like cluster flowers in this chest because you get a lot of them. I think that's reasonable. Did I not? Okay, no, yeah, it's the roof that's out of place. I should probably fill that in with stone just so it's less confusing. Yeah, see, donkey likes going over here most of the time. I love how much these look like bonsai trees or something. Like this just looks so much like its own little plant. I feel like more so than these other saplings. It might just be bias because I like these so much, but yeah, they're very nice looking. You two can sit there. Donk. What? If you have multiple cats standing, can they all bring you treats? I thought they had to, like, be sleeping on top of you for that to work. Huh. That's nice. Yeah, gonna grab all these music discs. Perhaps this armor. Alright, this is my good fishing rod. Okay. And then why? I'm sorry, but like, why do you have to jump in front of me like that? Oh, lovely time for that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Did they hit my bee? Oh no, the bees. Well, that was just awful. Okay. Yeah, poor timing. Poor timing with them. All right. Let's do that. Okay. I think it won't be too long before I need to like really get a proper layout for all this stuff, but I think this is a pretty good start to things. Some food for the doggy since they got hurt. Yeah, I don't have enough stone. I suppose I could just use cobblestone. It's not gonna be pretty. That can come later. But it'll give a bit of a clearer idea of like the space. Okay, how long is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16? 16. So I need that times 2. That's a interesting amount that ended up being. Dang it. I wanted to be efficient, but well, instead I'm being anti-efficient. But yeah, it'd be kind of a pain to put all these in place with all the chests there. So might as well get that in place is tough now. Well, it's not a huge pain to do so. Okay. It's a work in progress, but here's our basement. And yeah, again, I I don't know if I want it to be a full box of tuff, just normal tuff. I might have like polished tuff for maybe the floor. I could do bricks for the walls or something. Maybe just have the floor or wall be different, one or the other. I don't know. Haven't even really noticed this gap here, but of course that's there. Okay, so all of the cats are probably gonna go downstairs, but I am curious, do I get multiple what? How? How is that the one time? How did all of them just... Okay, well, I shouldn't complain. Anyways, hi. Yeah, I did only get one thing, so I don't know, maybe it's just like a rabbit died or something. And then there was one string that a cat delivered. Replying to a text I got a little while ago. Let's see. Kitty, come on. Thank you for your cooperation. I guess I can make this a bit of a workstation area. Wow. So awesome looking. I should definitely have a crafting table down here. It feels wrong that you mine that with an axe. Okay, just 2 sticks. I'm gonna make some more fence posts to have on my person. I really need to make like a proper stable. Maybe that should be the next build on my list. Yeah, let's I'm gonna set up each of these. I'm setting up each of these mounts on a different lead, different post, so that I can take them individually. Not a perfect setup, but it's a bit better than what I had going before. Kitty? I don't think it's even the cats that are like doing that intentionally, because I don't think they can. I'm pretty sure it's the pig pushing them up there, which is very, very silly. Oh. Okay. And oh, this roof is definitely spawnable. Okay, I say that, but it's actually not by much. There's... Is that only 2? Gosh, if I just replace these with lanterns. Hold up a minute. That slightly complicates something I was gonna try. But, I mean, if I can make it spawn proof just with these lights, then that's quite lovely. Wait, you know, I can use copper for this. Oh, kitty. Kind of can't use copper for this actually, because limited supplies. But no, this will work. I just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I didn't even count correctly. Okay, so I'm gonna set up a lightning rod. I was gonna replace one of the lights with a lightning rod, but I might be able to, since I might be able to make the entire thing. Oh no, the other side is definitely gonna have dark spots actually. But since the lights are like doing a pretty good job at making that area spawn proof, I'm just gonna set up the lightning rod in a different spot, and I'm gonna use copper bars to make it look nice and proper. Like, like right here. So this was an accidental placement. This was on purpose to see if maybe that could actually look kind of nice. Maybe. I don't know that I hate it. It's a little weird because like the main bar is very thin and these stick out a lot. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say nar. This might be a bit higher up than I want it. Let's do 8 tall total. I think that's kind of nice. Right, so this, no, it is spawnable there, and over here as well. And yeah, in spots over here. So this is definitely the problem with full blocks for a roof, because if you get like a really big roof, I was gonna say like this, but this is honestly like fairly tame. You could get much bigger. That's difficult to keep spawn proof. These lights help, but they're not perfect. I do think I know a solution though, that I kind of just remembered, because this roof, really zombie, even aside from not being fully waxed yet, this roof is not complete. Not even close. I haven't talked about it at all, and I'm not gonna go into detail, but it's not just going to be copper. There will be more detailing, and it will look very lovely. It's a design I came up with. It's kind of the biggest focus of this design that I just absolutely adore. And believe you me, I will be making it a third time when I start over in the other world. you know, it's why the babies? Ah. I really should practice with other styles of building. That skeleton just did not acknowledge my presence in the slightest. But I love this design so much. Like it just has to be my main house. Oh my goodness. Not the shovel. Zombie coming at me with a shovel. Oh, that was scary. That was a hard hitting bow. I'm pretty sure one more shot and I would be dead. Okay. 3 skeletons is just a lot to deal with. Can you shoot each other? Please? No? Okay. Of course, the skeleton with armor survived. But that is okay. Why is there 4 creepers? There doesn't need to be 4 creepers, game. I mean, that's just unnecessary. Huh. Well, that went rather smoothly. Enchanted shovel. 30 levels. Yay. I do think it might be time to invest in some diamond armor. Especially because like I've put myself at the stage where I am going for the max level enchantments. And so dying is painful. You lose a lot of progress. And you know, best way to prevent dying is to prevent or to lower the amount of damage income. Hey, thanks for the new pants. Mine were pretty damaged. Huh. That creeper blew up enough dirt to fill in the bottom layer. How kind. Scaling's in. Yeah, I knew that creeper was gonna be... Ooh. It's gonna be aggroed behind me. A better crossbow would also be a very good... Oh, gosh. Would also be a very good investment, I think. So I know I've talked a lot about bundles being awesome, but like, you know, my inventory is like just totally full right now, totally cluttered, and with just a little bit of it's not all of it, of course. There's like a bunch of stackables or non-stackables, and rotten flesh is, you get a lot of that, but like it's a lot better. I just really like bundles. I think they are fantastic. Okay, I don't know how much longer I want to go for, but I am thinking I'd like to try to do some more like structural building for the house, as in floors. My brain is just trying to work out where all this stuff goes. Ooh. Hello, wandering trader. Yeah. Flowers, foodstuffs. Redstone, 1, 2, 3. I think 24 cobblestone. Oh, it was a bit extra. Needed 21 cobblestone, right? Because it's only 7. Alright. Yeah. I had to sneeze. Where? Oh. What is she doing over there? Fermented spider eye. Do I have mushrooms? Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm listening. I can get a mangrove propagule. This is big news. But I need mushrooms for the fermented spider eye. I have 1 mushroom. Oh my gosh. I need to get everything properly organized because I feel so lost. Okay. Yeah, it has to be normal furnace. Honestly, let's get another furnace going. Oh my gosh, I was just... So I'm gonna get the Wandering Trader. They're... Oh. They're water bottles. That's what I can manage at the moment. It's probably only gonna be like 2. Yeah. So this pains me. However, the mangrove wood is more important. It's only emerald ore. It's not deep slate emerald ore or anything. Come on, fortune. Oh. And now this is gonna give me like 3. I literally called it. No, that was like, was that 4? Ah, painful. Well, there we go. Okay, this is so good. So good. Let's do it in a nice open area. This is so good because this is what I want to build my floors with. And you know, I was just talking, I want to build more. I want to build up more floors and stuff. And if I had to keep using the birchwood, that would be a little sad. Yeah, so this is fantastic. I guess I had glass bottles. Yeah. Okay, well. Let's put emeralds over here. Should have plenty of bone blocks. Oh, that's fun. I can immediately see how these why these are so painful for people to mine, chop down. But I feel like it's probably not too bad. Okay, so just to check again, it's only one. Yeah, only one item. I wonder, maybe having all four of them stand up makes it more likely that they stay in that area. Ooh. Ow. I don't think I can get full moss blocks from the carpet. But that's nice. I think this is my first time in survival chopping down a mangrove tree. I think this is my first time. That's crazy. Should probably use shears on it. Okay, I do want to see. I can just break this with my fist. Yeah. Nice. I didn't know the branches spread out so much. Like, I don't know, is there? Is there something similar to that? I'm not sure. well. Oh, please tell me there's not logs in there. I feel like there probably is. Maybe not. I feel like I can see through all of these blocks. Oh, not that one actually. Yeah. This is probably the best block I've got for getting the call. Sorry about that. It's probably the best block I've got for scaffolding at the moment. Oh. Yeah, more. More logs over here. Okay, is there any? Yeah, right there. In case it's not clear how I'm finding those logs, you can see through leaves because they have transparent parts, but if there's a block in there, if there's a full block in there, then of course you can't see through that. So I'm just looking for where you can't see through. But I believe I have all of it now, so. And now to just let it all fall. I'm so glad I have mangrove. Oh, that's lovely. Let's. Okay, yeah, I was just testing for. Just testing audio, making sure it's not staticky. mean, it's only happened randomly like one time, and I happened to catch it this stream after. So I don't know. It's not likely. I mean, it seems like it's not going to happen most of the time. It's not super likely that I'm just going to happen to notice it. So I don't know. Is all of this spawn proof? I think so. This is not. That's good to know. This also is not. Yeah, considering a zombie got as close as it did to me earlier, I feel like there's probably some spawnable, monster spawnable areas close by. Oh yeah, like here. Okay, I think that should be fine. Ow. Oh. Tree grow. Hello, zombie. Ow. Ow. I was just saying hi. Putting all this stuff away. Well, one of the cats made it out. Hello, kitty. Okay, I know I said I wanted to do more building, but I think I should call back this person is calling me. So I am gonna get off for now. I don't know if I'll be back on tonight. That might just be it for today. It's what do you say when it's between 2.5 and 3 hours? Well, it's that. Close to 3 hours. It's closer. Yeah, next time for sure I'll do some building stuff. Well, shocker. That's all I've been doing. But yeah, I'll do like that floor I was wanting to make. Also replace the current floor with mangrove. That'll be nice. But yeah, that will be all for tonight, or for now. Again, might be back later. We'll see. I shall see you